be trying for you in every game we play. All we need is you to be behind us all the way. We'll give all we can for you. We'll give our everything. 'Cause if you're there behind us, how can we help but win?
Hello everybody, how are we? Hope you're well. Ready for the quiz? Just getting myself into position, all cooking. Good evening, Melissa, how are you? Hope you're well. I'm back. Can't believe we're still going, but we are going strong. Hope all you Millers are well this evening. All ready for the quiz? I'm going to try my best to finish before 8 o'clock because I've got a bit of hammer from Gaffer recently about not getting rattling through this quick enough. I am very well, Russ. Hope you're well yourself. Ian Taylor, big shout out to you, my friend. So, I think we're about 7 o'clock, aren't we? After last week's absolute nightmare. You know, don't worry, Toddy got told off about that. We are back and we are making, well, make sure firstly that you're watching on YouTube. You won't see any of the picture rounds if you're on Twitch, okay? We did have a few technical issues, I've just said, and hopefully, touch wood, fingers crossed, we've got everything sorted this week. Lastly, thank you ever so much for all you've given so far to Rotherham Hospice. But again, if you could give something, any little donation, that would be great. And we're all ready to go. First round this evening is general football knowledge. Okay. So we will crack on. Let's go. General knowledge, round 1, question 1. Which player has made the most appearances in Premier League history? Good start. Which player has made the most appearances in Premier League history? Question number 1. That's for 1 point, by the way. I'll give you a little clue. He's made 632 appearances. Got going. Question number 2. Which EFL team is known as the Railwaymen? And for a bonus point, which current Millers player, began his professional career with the same club? Okay, so question number 2, which EFL team is known as the Railwaymen? And for a bonus point, which current Millers player began his professional career with the same club? So you get a point if you get the team and a point if you get our player. Question number 3 of the first round. Which British team has won the European Cup more times than its own domestic top league? Okay. So which British team has won the European Cup more times than its own domestic top league? 1 point for that one. Question 3. Which British team has won the European Cup more time than its own domestic top league? Question number 4 is a picture round, so fingers crossed it works this weekend. Who plays their home games at this stadium? Okay. So I'm hoping now you should see a screen. Who plays their home games at this stadium? Picture's looking well there. Really jazzing it up. Hope you got that one. Question number 5. This is for a point per correct answer. Can you name the 4 teams who were promoted from League 2 to League 1 in 2018-19? So for a point per correct answer, can you name the 4 teams who were promoted from League 2 to League 1 in 2018-19 season? So basically, 4 teams that are in our league this season. A bit tricky that one. I always struggle with promoted teams. If you can think, you'll get it. Cool, I've got some down here from Colombia. Loyal Miller, Miguel. Nice to meet you, Miguel. Yes, Ami is in the house. Whoop, whoop. Here we go. Touch wood again, we work right. Can you identify these famous footballers from their childhood photos? They all represented their country and one of them has retired from the game and is now a manager. So you'll see a picture. Can you identify these famous footballers from their childhood photos? They all represented their country and one of them has retired from the game and is now a manager. 3 little cheeky chappies on there. All got a good head of hair there, haven't they? I hope we're working. Just give me a shout out on YouTube if we are working, please. We've corrected our technical issues from last weekend. I think it's Gaffer, if I'm going to be brutally honest. Obviously not me. Everything's working. Used to work on my ship. Just can't work a computer, that's all it is. Question number 7 is again another picture round question. So, which current League One player is this? Okay. Question number 7. You're going to see a picture. Which current League One player is this? God, I love him. Great kid. Great lad. Lovely family. Getting too many clues here for you, aren't I? Lovely long hair. Loses his power when he shaves it. We've got that one, everybody. All good, we're working. Nice one. Excellent stuff. On to question number 8. It's an anagram. Okay, so you're going to see a picture. Unscramble the letters on screen to come up with the name of a retired Premier League footballer. Okay, the letters are Lying, Leaver. Lying lever. So unscramble the letters on screen to come up with the name of a retired Premier League footballer. The letters Lying, Leaver. Good evening from a massive Millers fan, Josh, 9 years old. Hope you're doing well, Joshy. That was question number 8. On to question number 9. Which football club used to play their home games at Ayresome Park before moving to their current home in 2005? Okay, so which football club used to play their home games at Ayresome Park before moving to their current home in 2005? One for the older ones, I think, a little bit that. Been there a few times myself. And the last question to finish this round, before we go back over the answers. Which Scottish club play their home games at Pittodrie Stadium? So which Scottish club play their home games at Pittodrie Stadium? One for your Scottish football experts there. Yeah, people asking me if I watched a Bundesliga game. I did. I watched Schalke. My friend I did pro licence with, Christoph's assistant manager at Schalke, so I watched his team. Fortunately, Dortmund were miles better than him, weren't they? The last 40 minutes of that. I had to nip up to the mother-in-law's. It's her 70th birthday today, so happy birthday to her. Obviously, with social distance, passed the presents from a long way away, and she went to collect them. Right then, on to the answers. Question number 1. Okay, was which player has made the most appearances in Premier League history? 632 appearances made. It's Gareth Barry for 1 point. Gareth Barry. Question number 2. Which EFL team is known as the Railwaymen? Well, that's Crew Alexandra. And for a bonus point, which current Millers player began his professional career with the same club? Billy Jones. Okay, so Railwayman is Crew Alexandra. Which of our players started his career there? Billy Jones. So you get a point for Crew and a point for Billy Jones if you got that one. If you got Billy Jones, very well done. Question number 3. Which British team has won the European Cup more times than its own domestic top league? It's Nottingham Forest. Question number 3. The answer, Nottingham Forest. 1 point for that one. The next question was the picture round. Who plays their own games at this stadium? Hope you got this one. The answer was, of course, Walsall. Okay, so who plays their own games at this stadium? The answer was Walsall. Picture's looking well there. Question number 5. For a point per correct answer we gave you for this, can you name the 4 teams who were promoted from League 2 to League 1 in 2018-19? The answers, you've done well if you've got these. Lincoln City, 1 point for that. Bury, little tricky one there for you. MK Dons and Tranmere Rovers. So Lincoln City, Bury, MK Dons and Tranmere Rovers for 4 points there. Okay. Question number 6, we're on to the picture round again. We're really jazzing it up. Took this quiz to a different level, haven't we? Can you identify these footballers from their childhood photos? They all represented their country and one of them has retired from the game and is now a manager. So you get a point per answer. So the first one, Ryan Giggs. The second one, the one in the middle, Sergio Ramos. And the little Man United keeper is, of course, Kasper Schmeichel. So Ryan Giggs, Sergio Ramos and Kasper Schmeichel. So 3 points available there, a point for each one. Again, we can move on to another picture. Which current League One player is this? With his long flowing hair. It is, of course, Ryan Williams. So Ryan Williams. Like him, great kid. Question number 8, anagram. Unscramble the letters on screen to come up with the name of a retired Premier League footballer. One who's had many an opinion this week. It is, of course, Gary Neville. Gary Neville. Well done if you got that. Cracking stuff. Right, here we go. Question number 9. Which football club used to play their own games at Ayresome Park before moving to their current home in 2005? Answer, Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough. Well done if you got that one. And the last question in this round, which Scottish club play their own games at Protodry Stadium? Aberdeen. So who plays at Protodry Stadium? The answer is Aberdeen. 1 point for that. So there should be a total out of that one of 16. Give yourself a little mark. Stick it on the little chat. Let's see what you got before we move on to round 2, which will be about the current team. So some of you younger ones who always say that there ain't enough questions for you, you should know these next round. Wowzers. Matt Neal, 16 out of 16. You know your stuff, you. 6 out of 10 for Chris. Connor, is it 8? Melissa, 16 out of 16. Wow. Jay Kane, 13. Michael Machin, 9. Reese Kellett, 10. Kate, 14. I think we did really well. You definitely did, Kate. Whoa. Twiggy, 5. Twiggy, come on, you're better than that, mate. Mind you, not many Rotherham United questions there for you, were there? So you should be cracking on. Gaffer's just come in. He got 10. It's not bad for him. 10. Decent. At 16. Right, Gaffer. Good round for you here. Should absolutely tiddle this one. So, round 2, here we go. The current team. Question number 1. Which Rotherham United player celebrated his 30th birthday yesterday? Open bracket, Friday 15th of May. Close bracket, in case you need to know that. That's Toddy again. He must think we're so silly. Which Rotherham United player celebrated his 30th birthday yesterday? Question number 2, we're jazzing it up again. Here it comes, the old picture round. In pre-season, Gaffer had a good idea and got somebody in, and we got photos of the lads snapped in their casual clothes, as well as Miller's kit. Which Miller's player is seen here, pictured in his rascal gear? So in pre-season, we got photos of the lads snapped in their casual clothes. Which Millers player is seen here in his casual minging gear? Question number 3 again. Oh, we're spoiling your ear. Another picture round. Oh. Which current player is pictured in his younger years here? I'd love to do that. Shitting, and it come up, but we're not that fast really. So which current player is pictured in his younger years here? Wearing a lovely little Leicester kit. Bless his cotton socks. Oh, Harry's got that picture in a frame at home. I hope not want one of Joe Matic. Question number 4. Sheffield United legend and former Scotland international Eddie Cahoon is the grandfather of which of our current players? Okay. Sheffield United legend and former Scotland international Eddie Cahoon is the grandfather of which of our current players? Good Rotherham knowledge if you get that, to be fair. I think it's been in a few press articles, but you'll do well to get that one. Question number 5. Right, just before we do that, Melissa, I've told you once, I'll not tell you again. Stop putting your answers on YouTube, okay? Question number 5. Line the players up in order of their age, starting them from the youngest to the oldest. So you've got Clark Robertson, Michael Smith, and Jamie Lindsay. So line the following players up in order of their age, starting from the youngest to the oldest. Clark Robertson, Michael Smith, Jamie Lindsay. Yeah, you will. Hashtag whoopsie me. You only get 1 point for that. And that's the end of round 2. Wow, that were a quick round, wasn't it? So, we will run through the answers. Round 2, the current team. Question number 1. Which Rotherham United player celebrated his 30th birthday yesterday? Joe Matic. Joe Matic. 1 point for that. I do that because he likes spinning his decks. Thinks he's cool. Question number 2. In pre-season, we got the lads to put their rascal gear on. Which player is pictured here in his casual clothes? It is, of course, Daniel Everson in his little mustard number. You get 1 point for that. Question number 3. Again, picture round. God, pulling all plugs out here for you and everything. Which current player is pictured in his younger years here? And you'll see the image. It is, of course, the very own Joe Matic again. So Joe Matic has been the answers to question 1 and 3. Obviously, it's his birthday. We're giving him a few shout-outs tonight, aren't we? Question number 4. Sheffield United legend and former Scotland international Eddie Cahoon is the grandfather of which of our current players? It is, of course, Ben Wiles. My favourite. So, Sheffield United legend and former Scotland international Eddie Cahoon is the grandfather of which of our current players? Ben Wiles. And lastly, question number 5. Line the following players up in order of their age, starting from the youngest to the oldest. So, the youngest, Jamie Lindsay, 24. Next one, Clark Robertson, 26. Lastly, Michael Smith, 28. And you only get 1 point for that. You were throwing points away first round, weren't we? But then, all of a sudden, we've been a bit stingy with him. So you get 5 points for that round. Again, let me know what you've got. Stick them up. I'll give you a little shout out. 1 point for each of them answers out of 5. So we're on 21 points so far. First round 16. Second round there were 5, sorry. Let me know how many you've got. Matt Neal, 5, too easy. 4, 3. Rach, 4 out of 5. David Chamberlain, 4. Chris Millwood, 2. Not bad, not bad. Gaffer keeps texting me. He says he's on fire in their house. Oh, he's just informed me he got the age one wrong. That is disgusting. Round number 3 is a good round, to be fair. It's Rotherham United in years gone by. Melissa, 5 out of 5. Sophie, 4. Not bad. Patrick Ramskull, 18 so far. Thought Robbo was older. He looks it. Smudge looks well for his age, doesn't he? Right then, here we go. Round 3. Rotherham United in years gone by. Another picture round here for you. So, question number 1. Alan Lee is pictured here playing for the Millers in someone else's kit. The referee ordered the Millers to wear the home club's away kit to avoid a clash. Our question is, who were the Millers playing? Okay, so Alan Lee is pictured here playing for the Millers in someone else's kit. The referee ordered the Millers to wear the home club's away kit to avoid a clash. Our question is, who were the Millers playing for 1 point? That one. Move on to question number 2. It's a little bit tougher. Name the ex-Millers. Who represented the club as a midfielder between 2007 and 2009 that is pictured here? For a bonus point, can you tell us where we signed him from? Nice lad. Did my B licence with him, I think. Good kid. Good head of hair there, hasn't he? A few little highlights in. So name the ex-Miller who represented the club as a midfield player between 2007 and 2009. That is pictured here. For a bonus point, can you tell us where we signed him from? So you get a point for who it is and a point from where we signed him from. Good knowledge if you know where we signed him from. Move on to question number 3. Whew, you do well to get this one. Which Glasgow-born attacker put the ball in the Wednesday net in December 1982, having arrived at Millmore from Everton in the same year? Which Glasgow-born attacker put the ball in the Wednesday net in December 1982, having arrived at Millmore from Everton in the same year? It's a tough question, that one. We will move on to question number 4, which is again an anagram. Unscramble the following. They come up with the player's name who helped the Millers to the 4th Division title in 1988 to 89. So come up with the player's name who helped the Millers to the 4th Division title in 1988-89, and it is convinced male. So CONVINCEDMALE. He was a very good player, this lad. Very good player. I'll give you a little clue. He also did very well at Charlton when he went there. That is a good clue. Who helped the Millers to the 4th Division title in 88-89. That clue weren't even on here. I'm helping you. Helping you a lot. Question number 5. Name the forward that played for the Millers twice in his career from the following information. You get points on this answer based on which clue you guess it on. So the earlier you get it, the better. Wowzers. So he began his career at Celtic and was a forward. His first stint was at Millmoor when he was on loan from Portsmouth in 2004. So if you get it from those first two, you get 5 points. Okay? So if you guess it, he began his career at Celtic and was a forward. His first stint was at Millmoor when he was on loan from Portsmouth in 2004. So 5 points if you get that. Here we go. For 3 points, he was a full Scottish international. He returned while the club were at the Don Valley Stadium, this time permanently, having just left Dunfermline Athletic. So if you get it off them, 3 points. Cool. We're trusting you here. A lot of honesty going on. And the last one for 1 point, he managed Livingston between 2014 and 15. Okay. So, name the player. He began his career at Celtic and was a forward. His first stint was at Millmoor when he was on loan from Portsmouth in 2004. So if you got it on that first bit, you get 5 points. He was a full Scottish international. He returned while the club were at Don Valley Stadium, this time permanently, having just left Dunfermline Athletic, 3 points. And the last clue was he managed Livingston between 2014 and 15. So if you get it after all them, you get 1 point. And this round was out of 10 points. So 5 points if you get it off them first two clips. First two clues, sorry. Right then, answers to round 3. So we'll start with the first question. Alan Lee is pictured here playing for the Millers in someone else's kit. The referee ordered the Millers to wear their home club's away kit to avoid a clash. Our question is, who were the Millers playing? The answer, Scunthorpe United. Scunthorpe United. Give it away there with club colours a little bit. I'm sure a lot of you got that one. Next one were a little bit tougher. Name the ex-Millers who represented the club. Sorry, name the ex-Millers, sorry. So who is this who represented the club as a midfield player between 2007 and 2009? That is pictured here. It is, of course, Andy Todd. For 1 point, so you get 1 point if you get Andy Todd there. And where was he signed from? For a bonus point, Accrington Stanley. Who were they? Exactly. So Andy Todd, and they signed him from Accrington Stanley. Question number 3. Which Glasgow-born attacker put the ball in the Wednesday net in December 1982, having arrived at Millmoor from Everton in the same year? Answer, Joe McBride. Joe McBride. One there for your dads. Joe McBride, 1 point. Next question, anagram. Unscramble the following to come up with the player's name who helped the Millers to the 4th Division title in 1988-89. It is, of course, the one and only Clive Mendonca. Clive Mendonca, what a good player he was. For 1 point. Question number 5. Name the forward that played for the Millers twice in his career from the following information. So you got points based on which clue you got the answer on. So the earlier you get it, the better. So if you got it on the first two clues, which was he began his career at Celtic and was a forward. His first stint was at Millmoor when he was on loan from Portsmouth in 2004. You get 5 points. I'll reveal the answer now. It was Mark Burchill. So you get 5 points if you got it there. So the answer was Mark Burchill. If you didn't get it there, he was a full Scotland international. He returned while the club were at Dunvallis Stadium, this time permanently, having just left Dunfermline Athletic. You get 3 points if you got it there. And you got 1 point if you got it off. He managed Livingston between 2014 and 15. So the answer, Mark Burchill. That was out of 10 points. So Steve got 10 out of 10. Well done. Dave Chamberlain, 9 out of 10. Another good round. Rach, flying, 9 out of 10. Let us know what scores you got. Sure Gaffers will be coming to me in a minute. I might have done well in that round again, to be fair. 4 this round, Katie, not bad. 23 so far, good effort. Reese, 7. Matt Neal, 2 points. See, it's not so easy now, mate, is it? Only got number 3 and 4, Twiggy. I thought I'd have done better than that round. Next round is Miller's Mashup and Missing Millers. Whew. So, let's move on, shall we? Oh, sorry, just got Gaffer's answer. You got 5 that round. So if you're beating Gaffer, you're doing all right. Matt Neal is having 1. You are also correct. Having an absolute stinker. Right, here we go. Miller's Mashup. I'm going to lie, I quite like this round. I'm sure you'll like it at home. So, here we go. Question number 1. Miller's Mashup. This is for 2 points, by the way. So, can you name the face of the former player and the current player whose body he has stolen? This is genius. The clue for this is that the former player is a defender whose nationality isn't English. And it isn't a funny-looking Kyle Walker either, by the way. All right, so can you name the face of the former player and current player whose body he has stolen? The clue for this is that the former player is a defender whose nationality isn't English. Yeah, Twiggy, Warney says he got 5. He's calling you a liar here. Not too sure he's alive. It is sensational, Matt, I do agree with you. It's some picture, that, isn't it? I think this is my best round so far. Right, let's move on. Question number 2, Missing Millers, 6 points on offer for this round. So it's a fill in the blanks. So fill in the blanks on the team that started in the first game of the 2019-20 season, so this season, in which the Millers beat AFC Wimbledon 2-1 at the Cherry Red Record Stadium on 3rd of August 2019. So you've got there, look, in goal, Dan Everson, right back Matt Olasunde, left back Joe Mattock, Matt Crooks in midfield, and Michael Smith up front. Can you name the remaining 6 players, and you get a point for each player that you name? So I'm going to give you a little bit of time there to have a little think. Obviously, Gaffer will just nail this straight away. We obviously have a debate that he's one who names teams, so he recalls all his teams. He's good like that. So, can you fill the 6 players in? On the first game of the season for those of you who were there, or those who are watching closely, listen on the radios, or first game of the season. Who were the other 6 players that made up the starting 11 for the team against Wimbledon? Right, let's move on. We got another Miller's Mashup here. Oh, I like a Miller's Mashup. We like a Miller's Mashup. Here we go. Can you name the face of the former player and current player whose body he has stolen? The clue for this is that the former player is an attacker we had on loan, who is currently out on loan again in the Championship. Genius. Absolute genius, this Miller's mashup. So who are the two players in that picture? So one of them, the clue is, that is a former player who was an attacker we had on loan who is currently out on loan again in the Championship. I think a few of you picked up the Hoover there. I run a tight ship in this household, so yes, the wife was hoovering. She has now turned it off. So which two players are those two? Let's move on. Question number 4. Missing Millers again. So you got to fill in the blanks on the team that beat Sheffield Wednesday 1-0 at Hillsborough under Neil Warnock in March 2016. I nearly told you who scored the goal then, but I'm glad I didn't, because he's one of the answers. So you've got there, as you can see, Campy in goal, Woody and Joe Mattock as the centre-half and left-back, Lee Frecklinton in midfield, and Danny Ward, love Danny Ward, up front. Can you name the other 6 players? So the 1-0 win at Hillsborough, Neil Warnock, very good win. Millers wore the yellow kit that day with the red trim. Can you get the other 6 players? So as you can see, Campy, Woody, Joe Mattock, Frecklinton and Ward. Can you get the other 6? Good knowledge again if you can get them. Give you a bit of time for that one. 6 names, 6 points. Simple. And last question of this round is this, missing Millers again. So you must fill in the blanks on this team that beat Preston North End 3-1 in the second leg of the League One playoff semi-finals at the Seal New York Stadium in May 2014. Remember, stadium were bouncing that night. That was a good night. So you've got there, look, Morgs, centre-half, Scarsy left-back, Ben Pringle on the left, Frex again. He's not moved. Told you we're a bit lazy on this, I think, weren't he? That's probably why I didn't move him. And Alex Ravel up front. Okay, so can you name the other 6 players? So fill in the blanks on this team that beat Preston 3-1 in the second leg of the League One playoff semi-finals at Seal New York Stadium in May 2014. A point for each correct answer on that one. I've just been informed that Frankfurt have lost 3-1 v Mönchengladbach. Not good if you chose to follow Mönchengladbach in this Bundesliga return. Got a little bit more time for that one. That brings to the end that round. Round 4, total of 22 points up for offer in this round. Good evening from Glasgow, Pugstar. Good evening. Yeah, that is the wife again, rattling everything. She's hoovering now, she's throwing stuff in bin, trying to make as much noise as she can. Here we go. Let's get back for the answers. So, round 4, Miller's mashup and missing Millers. Question number 1, genius. Can you name the face of the former player and current player whose body he has stolen? The clue for this is that the former player is a defender whose nationality isn't English. Okay? Answers. Who is it? Eamon Belade and Carl Vassell. So Eamon Belade and Baby Shark. Baby Shark. Calvacell. 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 Gotta get that song going if we do ever return. Question number 2. Fill in the blanks on the team that started in the first game of the 2019-20 season, in which the Millers beat AFC Wimbledon 2-1 at the Cherry Red Records Stadium on 3rd of August 2019. Obviously, the gaffer will have 100% got this because he picks team every week. I've already had a text saying he did forget 1 or 2. I'm sure he did. Here we go. So, you should have Michael Iqua in there, Clark Robertson, Sean McDonald, Dan Barlaser, Baby Shark Calvacell, and Freddie Ladapo. Michael Iqua, Clark Robertson, Sean McDonald, Dan Barlaser, Calvacell, and Freddie Ladapo for 6 points. Iqua, Robertson, McDonald, Barlaser, Vassell, Ladapo. 1 point for each correct answer on that one. Question number 3 again. Genius again. Miller's Mashup. Can you name the face of the former player and the current player whose body he has stolen? You had a clue for this, and it was that the former player is an attacker we had on loan who is currently out on loan again in the Championship. Again, what a player this lad was. Izzy Brown. See his eyes there, can't you? And Josh Karoma with his dreads on. Izzy Brown and Josh Karoma. 2 points if you got those 2. Question number 4. Again, missing Millers. So, fill in the blanks on the team that beat Sheffield Wednesday 1-0 at Hillsborough under Neil Warnock in March 2016. You had in there Campy, Woody, Joe Mattock, Frecklington and Danny Ward. The answers: Fraser Richardson, another great lad, Kirk Broadfoot, Greg Alfred, Grant Ward, Richie Smallwood, and the goal scorer, of course, Matt Derbyshire. So, a point for each of these: Fraser Richardson, Kirk Broadfoot, Greg Alford, Grant Ward, Richie Smallwood, and Matt Derbyshire. The team that won 1-0 at Hillsborough. Question number 5. Fill in the blanks on this team that beat Preston North End 3-1 in the second leg of League One playoff semi-finals at the Seal New York Stadium in May 2014. You had Morgs, Scarzy, Frecklington, Pringle and Ravel. The answer: Adam Collin, James Tavernier, Carrie Arneson, Kieran Agard, Richie Smallwood and Wes Thomas. Adam Collin, James Tavernier, Carrie Arneson, Kieran Agard, Richie Smallwood and Wes Thomas. Again, a point for each one of those, so 6 points. And for that round, you should have a total out of 22 points. 22 points. Somebody's asked me how many points for first question. 2 points you got. So you got 2 points question 1, 6 points on offer for 2, 2 points for question 3, 6 points for 4 and 6 points for 5, giving you a grand total of 22. Please let me know how many you got. I'll give you a little shout out. Matt Neal, 10 out of 22. Cool. Stephen, 22 out of 22. Very good. Connor, 11. Sophie, 10. Dave Chamberlain, 15. Chris Millwood, 13. Michael Machin, 16. Katie, 1409, 22. Rach H, 19 out of 22. Steve Orton, 14. Very good, very good. Gaffer's obviously just going to let me know now that he's got all that Wimbledon team. Laura Humphries, 17. Gaffer got 18. Nice. Nice. Right. This next round I'm not too sure about, if I'm going to be brutally honest. There's a couple of dodgy answers. It's called the Rotherham United Dingbats round. Okay. So, We aren't nicking catchphrase. You got to say what you see. So, appearing on the screen should be a slide of Dingbats. The aim here is to say what you see to come up with a current or former Miller's surname or full name. Each correct answer is worth 5 points. There's not a great deal of work gone into these, if I'm going to be honest, Toddy. You've excelled in rounds 1 to 4, and I think round 5 he's giving up a little bit. I think he's got a little bit tired. Okay, so have a good look round those. Gaffer's got question 1 right. Well done. Very good. This round is worth 25 points, so you get 5 points for each question. So you've got to say what you see. Question 4 is very dodgy. I'm not even sure I can read it out. And question 3. Gaffer again, correct. Number 5. Number 3 is dodgy. Number 2, one of my heroes. Growing up. Just got to try and say what you see. Give you a bit longer on this round. This is the last round of our quiz tonight. Yes. Gaffer's got number 2 right as well. Very good. On fire. He has been paying attention during these quizzes. Give her another minute or so. Oh, he's even got 4 right. Or Rachel, as my wife shouting. She's the brains. Reese thinks he's got number 5 correct. Good boy. Right, correct, Gaffer, on number 3, but it's never been, has it? I mean, that number 3 one, I can't put my name to 3 and 4. Don't mind 1, 2 and 5, but 3 and 4. Right, sure you've had long enough now. Hope you've got them all. We'll have a little run through the answers in this round. Don't forget you're getting 5 points for each answer. Okay, so you got to say what you see. Here we go, let's go back to them then. Number 1 was, of course, myself. Doormat, Ham, Seashore. Matt Hamshaw. So if you got that one correct, 5 points. Question number 2, picture number 2 should I say. Bobby Williamson. Bobby Williamson. What a player he was. He was my hero as a kid. Growing up, he scored some great goals. Question, answer number 3, sorry. Disgusting, I mean, it's a pickle in it. It's a pickle. So, Guy Branston. And he's gone, Branston Pickle. He got shooting for that one. So, answer to question number 3 is Guy Branston. Number 4 is Paul Green, or Paul Green, whichever way you look at it. So, Paul Green is the answer number 4. And lastly, the last question of the evening was, obviously you've all got this one, Rodney Fern. So fishing rod, knee, fern, leaf. Rodney Fern. So 25 points up for grabs there. 5 out of 5, Gaffer got. Very well done. 25 points there. So we should have a total out of 78. Let me know your scores you've got. Again, I'll reiterate, if you can, please go onto the Just Giving page and donate a little bit of money. Anything you've got is great. I've obviously sorted all technical issues out because we haven't had any this week. So, total out of 78 points. Let me know what you got. Rach, 64 out of 78. Reese, 20 out of 25. Oh, that's in the last round, sorry. Matt Neal, 52. Started off very well. Finished crawling across the line. Steve, 60. You will take that. That's a very score. Michael, 55. Kate, 60. Reese, 61. Patrick Ramskull, 66. Pleased with that, so you should be, my friend. Connor, 39. Oh well. At least you've had a good night, mate, haven't you? Dave Chamberlain, 57. Kerry, 34 out of 78. 60 for Thomas. Twiggy. He can't even let me know. He's too embarrassed. So he should be, Twiggy. Gonna have a long, hard look at yourself, my friend. Laura Humphries, 56. Stephen Gall. Wow, 75 out of 78. You get an army clap for that. Well done, my friend. So, I hope you enjoyed that tonight. I have. It's been good to catch up with you all. I hope you keep safe in the coming weeks, and we'll catch up soon. Thanks again for your time.